Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ryan here talking about WWE TLC, the SmackDown pay-per-view that just concluded. I'm going to give you my quick thoughts, including what went down in the main event of tonight's show. Some interesting actions by one James Ellsworth, but let's first run through the other matches. We had a 10-man tag team match where American Alpha and the Hype Bros and Apollo Crews fought against the Vaudevillains and the Ascension and Kurt Hawkins. The babyface team ended up getting the win here with American Alpha, the Hype Bros, and Apollo Crews. Next, we opened the actual pay-per-view with Heath Slater and Rhino defending their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the new Wyatt family with Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. I wasn't sure what was going to happen here because I thought things were going to go one of two ways. I thought either Orton was going to betray Bray Wyatt and Heath Slater and Rhino would win, or the Wyatt family would win. I wasn't just expecting a straight up Rhino and Slater win. And sure enough, the new Wyatt family are the new WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And interestingly enough, this is the first title that Bray Wyatt has ever won. You know, I would have never guessed that his first title that he'd win would actually be the Tag Team Championships. But hey, nonetheless, congratulations to both of them. And I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go with this because I don't think anyone expected this Orton Wyatt thing to go on as long as it has. So this certainly adds a new wrinkle to it. So it will be interesting to see where it goes. Next up, we had Nikki Bella versus Carmella in a no disqualification match. Nikki Bella got the win, and then Carmella got on the microphone. Carmella says that Natalya was the one who attacked her before Survivor Series, so we'll have to see where that leads. Next up, we had The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match, and this was a hell of a match. These guys were just scratching and clawing the entire time. You know, like you could have thought this ended, 5 different occasions where, they're both just fighting at the top of the ladder. Trying to just get the championship. I thought this was a very well done match. It maybe wasn't it was more brutal. You saw a very vicious side of the Miz. It wasn't super spot heavy, but I think they took a different approach to the ladder match, and I don't think they. I think they knew that they weren't going to be able to do something like the TLC did later on that night, so they took a different approach, and I think it worked out really well. And I was glad to see The Miz retain because you really kind of buy into his mission with the Intercontinental title, and I thought his promo at the end was very good as well, so I did really enjoy that. Next up, we had Kalisto versus Baron Corbin in a chairs match. Baron Corbin gets the pinfall. People really never get too crazy about chairs matches. I thought they did the best that they could do with it. There was some really brutal spots there with Corbin just crashing the chair right into Kalisto's face. This is sort of their loophole, getting around chair shots to the head, as they can kind of do like that Van Daminator style of just chair right in your the front of your face. So there was a couple brutal spots in this match. So all in all, the crowd wasn't really into it, but I thought it was fine. There was a few key spots in this night where I feel like the crowd wasn't really giving the matches what they deserved. I think they came through towards the end of the night, but until then there were just a few spots where it was kind of like it kind of took you out of the match a little bit. But I thought overall we had a pretty good show tonight. So next up we had Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss in a tables match. I thought this was an awesome match. Really unexpected to see Alexa Bliss get the win, but I'm pretty happy for her. I'm interested to see what she does with this. Obviously, this means Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss is going to continue. I guess they had a little bit of trouble setting up tables in a few spots, but I mean, those tables are pretty heavy, but really nothing that ever took away from the match. So really thumbs up match. Totally unexpected finish. It was a very shocking way to do it, and I thought they pulled it off perfectly. So cool to see Alexa Bliss win. I'm interested to see where things go. Finally, the main event, AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose. These guys put it all on the line. This was a fantastic match, definitely the match of the night. Kind of cool. It's not too often that the final match going on is the match of the night nowadays, but tonight was definitely that night. And these guys just went crazy. Ambrose doing an elbow drop off a ladder on top of an announce table. AJ Styles had an insane Phoenix splash, springboarding out of the ring to Ambrose on a table. So just everything, this is complete chaos and madness, and AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose worked their asses off. I thought this was a hell of a match. And AJ Styles had an unfortunate rip in his tights right over his ass cheek, and Twitter was going crazy, and rightfully so. It was funny and fun to laugh at, and you know what? I don't think it took anything away from this match. It was a little distracting, and the jokes were funny, but at the end of the day, I think we can all sit back and say, hey, despite that, this match was awesome. And then one James Ellsworth shows up, which caught me off guard. I figured AJ basically killing him on SmackDown this week was the reason that he wouldn't show up tonight, but you knew the second Ellsworth is showing up, some shenanigans are happening, something funny is going to happen. It's not going to be just a typical thing. If he's interfering on a pay-per-view match, it's going to mean some consequences. And we essentially got a repeat of TLC from a couple years ago, where AJ Lee betrayed John Cena to side with Dolph Ziggler. We have James Ellsworth turning heel, betraying Dean Ambrose, and pushing the ladder, sending him through tables, so that AJ Styles can retain his WWE Championship. So this really opens up the book for, was James Ellsworth this plant all along to trick Dean Ambrose so that AJ could retain his title? We'll have to see how far back they really want to go, if they want to create some sort of conspiracy here with James Ellsworth, or maybe Ellsworth was convinced after getting beaten up that he had to side with AJ Styles. I don't know. I'm very curious, and that's kind of the great thing, is this pay-per-view has me excited for SmackDown this coming Tuesday. I want to know, hey, what we want answers from James Ellsworth. We want to see what Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch have to say to each other this week. We want to see what's going to happen with Nikki Bella and Natalya. They left a lot of intrigue, with the new Wyatt family even as tag team champions. There's so much that I'm actually looking forward to on SmackDown this week, so I can't help but call this a very successful TLC pay-per-view. So I was very satisfied with it. I'd like to know what you guys thought about this pay-per-view. Just leave a comment below in the comment section. Let me know what you think. What was your favorite match of the night? What do you think is going to happen with James Ellsworth? What is your James Ellsworth conspiracy theory? I'd like to read what you guys think, and we can all look forward to the podcast this Wednesday, where we'll be discussing not only TLC, but we'll be discussing Raw and SmackDown as well. So look for that on not only iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, but on this YouTube channel as well. That'll be Wednesday night. And if you want to go the extra mile and support Byte That and what it is we do, you can head over to patreon.com/Byte That. You can read all the details about the perks and rewards you get for supporting us, including you get raw and uncut video versions of the podcast and tons of cool stuff like that. So all the information's there on the Patreon page, so just go check that out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the podcast this Wednesday. Take care.